I felt it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself.
You wanted to get them. Okay.
Let's go, let's go. All right, welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Excited about this debate we got today, y'all. This is streaming live, members only. So if you're watching this live, we appreciate you for being a member of the R2L family. All right, and if you know somebody that should be watching, you know, send them the first link you see in the description. Have them become a member so they can tune in and be a part of this moment. And you can, you know, get in that comment section. All right, but we got a big debate tonight, y'all. We got one of the biggest Steelers fans in history. All right, we got Vaughn here representing this boy Troy Polamalu. How you doing, Vaughn?
I'm doing swell, man. I'm doing swell. Wonderful day. You know, my Magic battling with the Sixers right now. I have to check the score because, you know, I've been locked in. But, you know, let's get it.
Hey, you sacrificing, so that's good. How are you making the sacrifice?
Got to.
All right, and next to him, we got one of the biggest Eagles fans you ever know, representing his boy Brian Dawkins. We got Kevo. How you doing, Kevo?
What's going on, fellas, man? I'm trying to see how Troy Polamalu doing. Look like he eating grass, dirt over there. You know what I'm saying? Tell your boy get up off the ground. I seen on them highlights before the show started. I ain't see nothing about this picture. What is my picture? Oh man, you gotta have all the highlights, the low lights, everything. Let's get it.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. Listen, before we get started, we gotta let y'all know, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. Also, share this video with somebody, like I said. Get them to become a member so they can come watch this live. The comments about to be up. Already can see it. All right. But look, it's gonna be a good fall battle. It's gonna be nothing but respect at the end of the day. If you don't know these two guys, they got a lot of respect for each other. They are part of the R2L community in these chats. What they about to do live on the show, we do every day in the Instagram chats that we have. All right. So it ain't nothing new to us. It's just good to see it live in person, you know, kind of in person. Well, you know, not in person technically, but you get what I'm saying. But we going to get this show started, man. All right. And let's start it. Round one. All right. So,
mad respect to Troy. You know, I ain't going to be too much slander, but, you know, I'm going to have to defend my dog. That's all I got to say.
Let's get it. All right, Vaughn, floor is yours.
All right, man. So, first, I want to start by saying appreciate you. You know, appreciate you too, Kev. We're giving the people what they've been wanting. You know, they've been on our backs about this, and we made it happen. So, you know, but I want to say, Brian Dawkins, you know, he is a dog. I've been a Brian Dawkins fan before. You know, when I first saw him play, I mean, he's like that Westbrook effect, the way he play. You know, I really, you know, you enjoy his antics, you know, crawling, you know, he's out there hitting people, you know, and all that good stuff. But when it comes to who's the better player, who's the better safety, it's Troy. See, when it comes to playing safety, that is your ultimate what? Safety blanket. Now, any player in any sport, what is probably one of the number one things that make a player so good? It's the versatility. Now, Troy, the way he plays the game, he knows every position's task. He knows what every person's supposed to do, and he has the ability to play that position. There's a interview he was talking about how that's how he used to play. He used to, you know what I'm saying, he knew everybody's side, so he would know the other team's play, and then he'll just tell the person, all right, you the safety this play. I'm you, and he'll make the play. And when you're a player like that, I feel like, you know, you're the person that the team has to ultimately game plan, and I feel like game plan for. And when it comes to Troy versus Brian Dawkins, I think you have to game plan a lot more for Troy than you would have to for Brian Dawkins.
I like that. I like to use the word ultimate weapon. It's a defensive guy. Brian Dawkins' nickname is Weapon X for a reason. It ain't just because he plays safety. You can say all you want. My man Brian Dawkins, for one thing Troy has never done. Should we play a game called Troy Has Never? Troy has never scored a touchdown playing offense. Troy has never played special teams and ran back a fake punt on special teams. Troy don't have more forced fumbles than Brian Dawkins. I'm gonna throw the stats out there later on. He don't have more sacks than Brian Dawkins. He don't have more tackles than Brian Dawkins. Now I know you're gonna come in there and say Brian Dawkins played longer. If we average the numbers out and go about the same amount of years, the only thing Troy has on Brian Dawkins is interceptions and touchdowns. That's the only category he's trumping Brian Dawkins in. In the other accolade, it's gonna be team accolades, and we can talk about that later on too. Like I say, Troy, I'm positive about that. Brian Dawkins is the first player in NFL history to have at least 30 interceptions and 30 forced fumbles in his career. And Troy ain't got. Brian Dawkins is also, I'm going to take it back, matter of fact. He's the only person from Clemson to be elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for one. That's starting from college. On top of that, who's the all-decade safety for the 2000s? Brian Dawkins, not Troy. Troy's behind him. What else? That's not making he the best safety in 2000s? Who else? He got second team All-Pro one time. He got 5 first-team All-Pros, the same amount as Troy. He got 9 Pro Bowls. I don't know how many Troy got. None of my business. He's also the only player in NFL history with 25 plus sacks, 25 plus interceptions, and 25 plus forced fumbles. Tell him to bring me my money. Tell Troy to catch up. As a matter of fact, he can't. So tell him sit back and try to pat the stats on Madden, because in real life it's all done and said. They sitting the can about Dawkins sitting over there with the big dogs like this. With T.O. and them boys. You know who he got inducted with. I'm gonna let you go though. I got more, but I'm gonna let you go.
Man, I'm kind of baffled. You caught me out there. Caught me. I'm like, whoa, is this really Kev? You brought up stats, bro. You kill Mark about stats. And look at you. You the stat man. That's you right now. Now check it out. You say
I ain't been
Troy
on
Polamalu, you say it's all team accolades and there's nothing, Yeah,
so I'm gonna get on that too. I want you to speak.
What is Defensive Player of the Year award? Is that a team accolade?
Oh, I can talk about that too.
I'm asking you a question. Is that a team accolade?
It's not, but if somebody on your team that was right there, that was just as well as
But who won it? Who won it? That's what matters is who won it. That's what matters right now. I'll ask you a question because you said the only thing he got is team accolades, and that's an individual accolade right there to be Defensive Player of the Year. Now, when you talk about greatness, see, you brought up things like catching passes and running kick returns. We're talking about playing safety here, okay?
No, you
talking about all that other stuff. We talking about playing safety here.
The
question is, who is the better safety?
You just said weapon. He's the ultimate weapon. Then you to bring that out in your soliloquy. That he don't
I'm
just
talking about defensively. I'm talking about defensively.
But as a football player, and we say who's better, period. I'm talking about as a whole.
So, Troy Polamalu, another thing I want to say. we talking about greatness here. You know, you bringing up stats and things like that. You brought up all decade. My man, 2-time Super Bowl champion, and you want to say that's a team accolade, but let's talk about how we got there. 2009, we was playing the Ravens in the conference championship. We went up. It was like third quarter, we was up 16-7. They ended up not signing again. They ended up coming up and getting 14 on us. And with 4 minutes left, they had the ball trying to drive. And who makes the play? Troy Polamalu intercepts the ball, runs it back for a touchdown. That's what a lot of people give guys like, Ed Reed a lot of credit for, which he is a GOAT as well. It's the fact that when he get them interceptions, what he do? He take it to the house. Now, you can get sacks and things of that nature, and I know Brian Dawkins, because like I said, he's a guy that like to hit and things of that nature. Like he wasn't like the best cover guy. You know what I'm saying? Troy Polamalu covers better as far as the better player. And when you look at, who's greater, because it's all about greatness. That's why you hear me keep saying greater, because you bringing up stats and things of that nature. Troy Polamalu has made plays that, a guy like Brian Dawkins can never do. The interceptions with one hand off the ground, things of that nature. When he timing plays where he diving over the line before the quarterback even, can do anything. Not saying Brian Dawkins not athletic enough to do it, but does he have the smarts? Does he have the IQ? Can he time it well, just like a Troy Polamalu? He can't, apparently, because he hasn't done it. So we're talking about things like that. When you talk about who's a greater player, you got to talk about stuff that things people remember. People don't remember stats all the time. People going to remember moments. And Troy Polamalu got a lot more moments than Brian Dawkins. You got a lot of wrestling moments, power bombs and stuff like that,
You said not. You said it's not. You said it's not team.
Come on, man.
Let's talk about Troy MVP year, right? His MVP year, he had 63 combined tackles, 42 solo, 11 pass deflections, 7 interceptions, 1 sack, 7 tackles for loss, and 1 touchdown. That same year, his teammate James Harrison had 100 tackles total, 70 solo tackles, 10.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 6 forced fumbles in that same year. So let's talk about this though, right? You say that it's great players, whatever, they so great, this, not the third. I can name all these great players that Troy Polamalu played along with on that defense. So he wasn't there alone. So he had time to hide and be like, hey, you cover this, you do this while I go over here. Brian Dawkins, we could say a total of all pros, it was only been 2 his whole career, which was Hugh Douglas and Troy Vincent. That's it. And they both left early. They wasn't there the whole time he was there. Those are older guys. Who else on our defense was all pro and all world and getting all these pro? We didn't have many of that. We was a well put together defense, and Brian Dawkins was the everything to our defense. Troy Polamalu had plenty of players next to him. Let's see who he had.
Hold on quick, Kev. Hold on quick before you continue. I got to throw in a super chat. All right. We got a super chat here. Shout out to Worm. All right. Shout out to Worm with the $4.99 super chat. Woo, it's coming from a Cowboy fan, y'all.
Cowboy fan? Oh, man.
I'm going to let y'all finish, but Sean Taylor, the best safety to play in the NFC East. Hashtag I hate the Eagles. Hashtag Kev can't handle the truth. Crying emojis. Shout out to Worm for the super chat. Appreciate it. All right, go ahead,
Kev. Who Troy played with? Oh, James Harrison, James Furrier. He had Larry Foote, Brett Kiesel. Let's play along with. He had Casey Hampton, Ike Taylor.
Ike Taylor ain't all that.
Huh?
Ike Taylor ain't all that.
I mean, he did what he had to do, right?
He got burnt up a lot of times.
He got burnt up a lot of times. He had a lot of interceptions, didn't he?
He got burnt up a lot of times.
He had a lot of interceptions. Let me tell you who Brian Dawkins played with. Hugh Douglas, Jeremiah Trotter, Trent Cole, Hollis Thomas, Corey Simon. That's about it. The best ones. Now, if you said Troy Vincent, you're gonna bring up Lito Shepherd, you can bring him up. It's a total difference here, man. You got Weapon X controlling the whole defense. Another thing. Oh, that's you. Somebody I can't bring up stats. You funny. I'm bringing up stats. Like I said, Dawkins, 8 all-time pass deflections. Troy, what do you got? 54th. He got 107 to Brian Dawkins 153. 13th all-time forced fumbles. Bright B-Dog, Troy, like 185th. Way down. Another thing, being healthy, being available. Your man broke down for a reason. Brian Dawkins is always available. As hard as much of a hitter he is, as dangerous of a tackler he is, he's always available. Barely ever miss games. Ever. Always ready to go. Another thing. Oh, also, without Troy, I'm not disrespecting Lito, man. Lito was like that, but he wasn't no All-Pro. Let's get it understood.
Ike Taylor wasn't either.
He wasn't either, but Ike Taylor put up more numbers than Lito Shepard for sure.
Man, they probably the same for real, bro. I'm not even gonna give you that one.
You cannot.
Lito might be better for real.
Let's talk about because you said something about Troy and his time he plays and stuff like that, or something like that, right?
Yes, sir. Greatness moments.
Brian Dawkins' first interception in his career in 1996 in the fourth quarter against Atlanta, 23rd-yard line, 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to ice the game. In his first 5 years, he had 16 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 5.5 sacks. What else? In 2000, also without Troy Vincent, the Steelers are. Without Troy Polamalu, the Steelers are 50% or 500. You got the 500 record without Troy. That says another thing. They don't exactly need him. I think the record was 3-2. Not 3-2. I'm sorry. He missed 14 games. No, he missed 34 games. The win percentage was 58%. Their record was 20-14 without him. Go ahead.
Okay. We had clutch guys on offense too, you know. Like we wasn't just, you know, Steelers were about winning.
Let's talk about it.
The thing about, you know, you bringing up
because you bringing up skills and stuff, man. Yeah, like Troy did it by himself.
No, I ain't saying he did it by himself. I'm talking like that's why I started this whole thing off. I said a safety is the ultimate safety blanket. Like you can have all that good stuff around there, but if your safety slip up, the play can be dead, and you know this. So regardless of who you got out there, you making plays out there, you are him. So I'm not talking about greatness
though. We ain't talking about no two sorry players here. So these dudes gonna show up regardless.
Yeah,
but saying who's better.
Yeah, but I'm saying who
did more with less.
Yeah. What did he do? He got more stats, but
he was out there.
What has he done though? Like he never even won. Like with all those stats and all those things you keep naming, he never even won.
Isn't that an achievement? Isn't first team All-Pro all decade of the 2000s? Isn't that an achievement? Isn't that individual?
Has he ever won Defensive Player of the Year?
No, he hasn't.
I mean,
but then again, he's had seasons that's been better than Troy's season. Again, it's not about when you. It's not about what you do. It's about when you do it. For one, let's get that started with the MVP talk. You can run with that all day. That's your trump card. You got defensive player of the year.
I mean,
but what I'm saying is that he wasn't by himself, my guy. Like you see the guy on his team had.
Do people discredit Ray Lewis for his defensive player of the year? Do people discredit?
It depends on who I'm debating them against.
People discredit Ed Reed for his and on that defense. They got
can't do that. That don't make him better.
A lot of people that win defensive player of the year are on great defenses.
I'm telling you,
come on, bro, you can't do that.
Dawkins was the Eagles' defense. Troy wasn't the Steelers' defense. He was a great player.
He was a big part of our defense.
It's another Hall of Famer. You had another Hall of Famer on there. James Harrison's Hall of Fame.
Listen, like I said, you can play with another guy all you want. You can say that in any sport.
It's just the truth.
If you do your thing, though, you can't discredit another guy. Like I said, your man never won Defensive Player of the Year, though, bro. He never made the play to get y'all to the next level. Like Troy Polamalu has made plays plenty of times in the playoffs to win games. Those games you was talking about was probably in the regular season.
What?
When you was talking about Brian Dawkins did at the end of the game.
You talking about in NFC Championship games alone? Hold on. Go keep talking.
See,
Let him cook.
In NFC Championship games, this guy 19 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble, 1 pass deflection. Troy Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu got 2 Super Bowls, a Defensive Player of the Year.
What he doing in Super Bowls?
And he got many moments that your guy don't have.
Talking about the blade of grass. Go ahead. Said order in the court.
All right, we got another super chat. Shout out to J-Mo with the $4.99 super chat. Troy was jumping over the line like Goldberg on longest yard, and Dawkins used to hit people like he was playing against the guards. It's longest yard. Yeah, shout out to J-Mo with the $4.99 super chat, showing both safeties love.
Yes, sir.
No, Troy definitely done for sure. I'm just saying that Brian Dawkins is just all he got is that defensive player year. All right. Brian Dawkins, his rookie year. This is rookie year. 74 tackles, 53 solo, 3 interceptions, 1 sack, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 forced fumble. That's his rookie year. Against the Falcons in the NFC Championship with that big hit against Audrey Crumpler in that game, he had 2 pass defended, 1 forced fumble, and an interception, and that big hit that iced the game. Well, that was the end of the game. I mean, the game was already over anyway. For Vic was isolated. Vic was deleted from the game completely. But all we remember is the Super Bowls is Harrison running down the sideline for the touchdown. That's what we remember. We don't remember Troy doing nothing in those Super Bowls. What has he done in the Super Bowl?
You know, I knew you was gonna say something like that.
I'm just asking.
I just brought up 2009 when he sent us to the Super Bowl. Now, if that don't happen, we don't even be in the Super Bowl. Now,
I mean, I just showed you Brian Dawkins was a big part of us going to the Super Bowls. What's the difference?
The difference, let me finish. Troy Polamalu also made plays in the Super Bowl. He didn't get a pick like that. James Harrison jump was just magnificent. He ran a pick 6 back right before halftime. Like anybody could have did that, would just trump anything. But he also Polamalu also made plays in that Super Bowl. You know, he made great tackles, great deflection. That's what he do, bro. Like you just know, like he's just a magnet around the ball. Every time there's a play being made, he's there. Like it's ridiculous. A lot you hear the stories like the Pat McAfee famous story, like you know what I'm saying. He see Troy Polamalu inching up, and he's like, like people fear him for real. I'm not saying people don't.
Do they fear him more than Dawkins? Do they fear him more than Dawkins?
I'm saying as far as like the technical stuff, as far as
because
like
you can't pinpoint him.
Okay, let him finish, Kev.
See, that's how you know. That's how you know he ain't got. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to.
I got plenty of juice.
I'm just saying, like,
let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Other
day with their sound effects. Go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah, another thing, like I say, like when you got a game plan more for somebody, like Troy Polamalu, I feel like you have to game plan more for him because you never know what he's gonna do out there. Like I just told you, he switched plays. He literally switches plays with people out there. Like he literally says, "Yo, go ahead, switch." Like, and you can tell that's how he play because he be all over the place. You never know where he gonna be at. And I'm not saying about Dawkins don't be moving. I'm just saying like Troy Polamalu have more moments to people to be like, "Oh yeah," you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people. You know, you have to like when you watch Brian Dawkins, you really know him for the hits, the crazy tackles, the crazy energy. But when you look at Troy Polamalu, he's like the ultimate game changer. He's the guy that he'll get a fumble, scoop his fumble up and take it to the house, or he'll get a pick 6 and things of that nature. You know, not saying guys like many good safeties have the ability to do that, but Troy Polamalu did it more on bigger stages. And that's the difference between them two for real.
On what bigger stages though?
I just told you.
How many interceptions does he have in the playoffs? How many
Troy
touchdowns does
Polamalu?
he have in the playoffs? You talking about big stages?
How many what?
How many interceptions
Uh-huh.
or touchdowns does he have in the playoffs?
I mean, I
You
just
said
told you
big
about the pick
stages.
six in 2009. He had a
That's one.
interception. I remember in 2005 in the divisional round against the Jets. I know he had a fumble. I believe a fumble recovery. He has made plenty of plays. You know
Well,
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
tell you what Brian Dawkins has done against some
Tell me
great
what he
people.
done.
Well, like you said about these turnovers and stuff, Brian Dawkins, he gets the ball back for the defense numerous of times, more than Troy. Like I said, Troy got a couple more touchdowns. That's about it. That's about it. He's a little faster than that. But 1996, Troy Aikman sack fumble for a touchdown. Brian Dawkins.
Who was this?
1997 against the Giants, interception for a touchdown. 1999.
Sorry, you talking about the playoffs?
Huh?
Talking about the playoffs, right?
No, this is big moments against division opponents
You
against
said playoffs though. You said
but I'm
playoffs.
talking about great players though. This ain't no regular players.
No, you just
LT,
just said. Hold on, before you go, I ain't trying to cut you off, but you just said
I asked you a question.
Polamalu done in the
I
playoffs.
asked you-
Now you talking about regular season?
That's because you threw up there about big stage. I didn't bring nothing about big stage. You threw out there try to throw your man up there talking about something. Oh, big stage. All right, tell me what big stage.
He got the stats though. He got 3 interceptions. He had one game where he had 10 total tackles, 2.5 sacks, and interception.
Against who?
Like he got
Against
games
who?
and he got stats. Like I'm telling you, like he be balling.
Against who though?
Against,
like I said, my man got stuff that your man has never done. Multiple. I got a whole list of stuff that Troy has never done.
stat wise,
He's so much of this great guy. I mean, you got to do it. You got to. We're not talking about passing though. We talking about defense. This is different. See, we talking about quarterbacks and wide receivers. Okay, cool. They pat the stats on defense. You don't get to pat the stats because you don't dictate where the ball go. You got to be there and make the play. Right or wrong?
no, you're right.
Right or wrong. So I mean, I could bring up stats and talking about defense. This ain't no quarterback, wide receiver, things. Ain't no running back.
You could bring. I say you can't bring up stats. I'm just calling you out because you always talk about other people bringing up stats.
I'm talking about quarterbacks.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of throwing off right now.
We talking about quarterbacks though. It's different when you dictate.
Let's do this. Let's do a checklist. Okay.
For
Greatness. Sure. Brian Dawkins, Troy Polamalu. Stats. Brian Dawkins.
Yeah.
Accolades. Troy Polamalu.
He got more, or he got the biggest one, which is
more.
What does he have more than Brian Dawkins? Brian Dawkins got more first team All Pros.
No, he don't have the same.
They got the same amount. I'm sorry, you're right. He got all decade. He got all 2000s. He's considered the best safety. That's what he was voted at.
Like, I don't even know if that's like you get like an award for that. Like
it's called all day. It's an all decade team. They make them
I know what it is. You know what I'm saying, but it's not like a MVP and things of that nature. Because you discredit guys like you say Aaron Donald, not really like one of the best greatest.
No, I said no. I said originally I didn't think that because I'm an Eagles fan and every time we play him, we delete them. And great players don't get deleted in games.
So Brian Dawkins never got deleted.
Brian Dawkins never get deleted. No, I ain't never seen
Brian Dawkins. Every single game Brian Dawkins played, he balled out.
Making plays every game. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. You gonna see and hear that number 20. He gonna make a play somewhere. You've never seen Brian Dawkins get deleted. They call him Joker for a reason, and he didn't just play safety. That's what's crazy though. How you think he got all them sacks from playing safety? It's like he was just blitzing every time he played linebacker. The same thing Michael Jenkins was doing for the Eagles. Brian Dawkins did that first. He opened the doors up for guys like Troy Polamalu, to be honest. See, I had that somewhere in my notes, but it got deleted or something. But that's cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate the fact check.
The stat check, like
I mean, it's still deep.
He probably got more stats. But that doesn't always make you a better player, though.
It's defense, bro.
Emmitt Smith got more stats than a lot of running backs.
That's offense. It's a difference on offense. You can pass stats on offense. You can't pass stats on defense. Because you don't dictate where the ball go. Wild guys. Huh?
If a guy is on a team, like you say, with no players, then he has to do more, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he can't. But if he's one guy, it's easier to get away from one guy than it is for a guy who's on an all-time defense, who got another Hall of Fame over there.
Yeah.
Who got a lot of different players on it. That's my biggest argument, bro. Your man played on a good defense. I'm not taking nothing away from Troy. Troy was a beast.
So
I had
is Brian Dawkins better than Ed Reed?
no, I mean no. Ed Reed is the ultimate. Like Ed Reed is the ultimate because he has that much more. He scored more points than guys that play offense. Like you can't. That's an ultimate kill. That's just like if Asante Samuels had more touchdowns or something, he'd probably be considered higher because of all the interceptions he got. But it's other stuff he didn't do. But Ed Reed was the like what Troy did. Ed Reed was that times 4. When it comes to playing tricks on the quarterback and all that, running around for the defense, for the receiver, freaking manipulating and doing what he want to do, and Reed did that on a whole nother level. That's why I want to jump out there with Reed. And with Troy still though, it's a like I said, this is an argument, debate, whatever. But I don't have no disrespect for Troy. I'm just throwing the facts out there. There's a lot of facts that people didn't know when it came to Brian Dawkins. They thought it was so sweet. Like Brian Dawkins ain't had nothing to bring to the table. He right there eating shrimp and steak and lobster right with them boys. It ain't about nothing. Just because it's not as flashy, it don't look as flashy, but Brian Dawkins used to punch the ball out many a times. How you think we used to get the ball back on defense? I mean, on offense. It was Brian Dawkins. You can't. It's not too many people names that you remember from the Eagles defense except for Brian Dawkins, Jeremiah Trotter, and Troy Vincent. It's some guys that bring up Lito Shepard and they know Sheldon Brown from the Reggie Bush hit. But other than that, guys can't name people from the Eagles. You can go down y'all.
Hey, before you respond, Vaughn, all right. Y'all go to your corners for a second. All right, I'm about to just take a sip of water. I'm about to just let people know. I just want to let people know how they can get stuff like this on a daily. Like I said in the beginning of the show, we have Instagram chats, y'all. We have Instagram chats for every sport: NFL, NBA, UFC, boxing, college sports, baseball, soccer, etc. I can't say her name all of them. It's a bunch of sports we have a chat for, and you want to be a part of those chats, you got to become a member. I mean, obviously, if you're watching this live, you are a member, but for those who be watching it not live, become a member. Click the first link in the description, and you can become a member. You become a pro member. You can join one Instagram chat. If you become an all-star member, you can join almost every chat except for the refuse to lose one, where almost every debate is at. And to become a superstar member, when you become a superstar member, you join that chat. All right, so click the link in the description, become a member. All right, y'all. Y'all ready?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's go, Vaughn. Back to you.
Let Vaughn go.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, man, when it comes to being the safety and being the ultimate safety blanket, I'm gonna give it to Troy because he does more versatile, game-changing plays. Like he just makes more of those dynamic plays. As far as like, I think it's just all about moments, and it's all about what you do. Like defensive player of the year is not nothing to sneeze about. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a great accolade to get, and that adds. I'm not trying, like, I wasn't trying to disrespect the all decade thing. Like, that is a good accomplishment, but I'm saying, like, defensive player of the year, like, as a safety, all decade is a longevity thing. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. But it's like at my peak, this is what I did. You know what I mean?
They both played 10 years.
I think Troy Polamalu peaked higher than a Brian Dawkins because of the different moments and different things that he did that elevated the team and pushed them to the ultimate goal. And that's what it's all about. It's all about those type of players, like all the players that are known to be great, they have those type of moments, that really, and it's not just one moment, it's multiple moments. And that's what Troy Polamalu have. I'm not saying Brian Dawkins don't got moments, but he doesn't have the finishing touch to go with it.
Why doesn't he? He got the best NFL game of all time, arguably from a defender. He's the only player in NFL history to have an interception, record a sack, a fumble recovery for and a touchdown catch in the same game, bro. Talking about versatile. Dudes don't just walk out doing that. You got to be a versatile individual in order to do that. That was in 2002. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like I said,
passing touchdown.
Huh?
Say he called a passing touchdown.
Yeah, he played offense too. When he was early on, he was an ultimate weapon coming into the league, bro. He wasn't like no super decoy. No, he ain't
I know he does it all in that nature. But like I said, when we talking about who's better, I'm looking at it at who's a better safety, because at the end of the day, that's the position they played. That's what they known for. And granted, Brian Dawkins was a true safety and he was a strong safety. Like
He wasn't the
they
strong.
kind of played.
Safety.
You said what?
Who was the strong safety?
No, he plays some free safety too.
I'm talking about who was strong safety.
Troy.
That was his original position. But
Yeah,
we
that's what he
just saying
played.
right here. That was what they listed him as on Madden.
No,
But
that's what he
technically,
played.
in them defensive rooms, they all know he probably had some name called Rover, Joker, or
Oh
something
yeah, of
to where
course.
on certain plays he's just gonna be anywhere. So it's not really a set position. That's just for the general public to be able to label somebody as something. Just like that nowadays they call people athletes when they get to the NFL, they label them as something. Devin Hester came into the league as a corner.
Right.
What he played most of the time at on offense or special teams. So I mean, we can get into who the better say. You talking about football players with these two people because they positionless. If you ask me, I say like when you get to a certain point when you positionless, it puts you in a different tip. These guys played along the line of scrimmage. They played back. They did all that. We can say that Troy was slightly a better one-on-one man cover. Okay, cool. He was. Let's say that Ryan Dawkins was a better attacker of the quarterback. He got more sacks. He was better at punching the ball out. Troy was a better at intercepting the ball. But Brian Dawkins could also do that too. It was nothing super superior that Troy did over Brian Dawkins other than he has he has a couple more touchdowns and interceptions. That's it. But Brian Dawkins make up for that with the forced fumbles. He got about like 3 times as many as Troy. And it don't matter how you get the ball back, is did you get the ball back? You got the ball, I got the ball, coach. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how it's recorded. Ball is ball. Let me hold on. I'll be back. I ain't going nowhere.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.
I ain't gone yet. I'm still here.
Blank on me.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. See, man, like I say, man, this is all about greatness for me. You know, at the end of the day. And you like I say, Brian Dawkins is like that. And he do got a lot of stats and things of that nature. Like I said, he was a very passionate player. Like who wouldn't like watching him play? Who wouldn't love him, you know, the way he go about his business. But I feel like when it comes to being like the true ultimate weapon, I think that's Troy Polamalu for real. Because of the things that he did. Like you say, Brian Dawkins, like when I get the eye test, I feel like Troy Polamalu has done more things, but it's like, damn, like how the fuck, you know, how you do that, and then it's gonna be crazy because Brian Dawkins, you know, a lot of his things that a lot of people remember him for is like his hits, like I say, his crawling on the ground, things of that nature. But like you can bring up the stats all you want, but for me, I'm all about, you know, getting the job done, and I think Troy Polamalu does that more in the big moments. Because think of all the great guys like what's his name, Deion Sanders. He's one of the greatest. Just it's not just because of what he did, his stats, the eye test is he performed big moments. You know, he got the ring, things of that nature. So it all adds up to all that, and I think Troy Polamalu, you know. Brian Dawkins is like next behind Troy Polamalu for real, you know what I'm saying? It's like because I really feel like Troy Polamalu got a good debate against Ed Reed as well. A lot like you say it's just like times 4, but we ain't gotta dive into that.
I think I just deleted it.
Keep it with Dawkins. I just had to say that though, because I felt like you kind of disrespected my guy.
All right, well, look, this is what I got to say. For B-Dog, like I said, going into this fight or this bout, a lot of people didn't think B-Dog had a tree branch to lift up to Troy. They thought he was great, but they thought it was tears to it. I think after we leave this debate, guys got some new information just to think like Brian Dawkins was really that dude. It ain't just about the big hits, whatever. That was what he was known for because that's what people wanted to see. And it was like the last stuff. The last time you seen it was Sean Taylor. For Sean Taylor came in and was just like a hybrid of Ed Reed and Brian Dawkins. He was like all three of them combined. That's why I can see why Brown came in and said Sean Taylor. He was technically all three of them in the one player, which is crazy. So I mean, but outside of that, people miss out on. Then Brian Dawkins is a little bit older too, though. So a lot of people missed his earlier years. A lot of guys are a little bit younger than us, or just right there. So I mean, you can think he's still better all you want to say. That's in your division. He terrorized y'all.
He wasn't there back then.
He did cold over there. You know what I'm saying?
He
He was in Care Division back then.
Yeah, he's with y'all.
Oh, we talking about oh, that's why he's saying that then. He running from the truth. You still running from Dawkins. He ain't playing no more. But like real talk though, like Ryan Dawkins, man, he's one of them ones. That's one of the dudes that like he was the face of the Eagles defense. Outside the actual defensive coordinator, that was like his little minion on the field. Like Brian Dawkins was Eagles defense. You think Eagles defense, you think Brian Dawkins. Like he strike fear in your heart. Like with what's his name? To kill Spike say, he said, I'm gonna take his soul. It's a matter of hallelujah. It's a different beast out there, man. Guys were scared to go across that middle. Cause they know Brian Dawkins gonna try to take your head off. I seen him literally take AP, Adrian Peterson, this big strong guy who has gave Troy some business to, just like Ray Rice was in that picture. It ain't happening to B-Dog. B-Dog really have grabbed your man down and broke his hand. Him trying to stiff arm him. It's a different type of mentality that come with this. All that finesse stuff is cool, but when it comes to football, when you strike fear in that man hard, it changed the whole game completely. I don't even gotta touch the ball. I just know that you know that I'm here and you're not gonna come towards me. All that choice stuff, that's all chess and all that. Okay, Brian Dawkins play chess too, but it's like I'm here. Now what? All right, I don't want to go over there no more, coach. He just put the next man in. Like you see a lot of this when Brian Dawkins hit you.
Yeah. Like I said, he does that. You know, he's that type of player.
But I'm just leaving. I plan to leave here with a lot of respect. Guys can still run what they run with. B-Dog got that.
Yeah, of course. I gave him his respect in the beginning. I just say that's why I said, you know, he behind him though. You know, he behind him.
Okay.
You know, because you know,
I like to see the book.
You said what?
Like my son say, tell the truth. I want to see people tell the truth after this.
You don't want to handle the truth. So
I can handle the truth. It's cool.
I just want you to know Brian Dawkins was a beast. You know, however, when it comes to being more technical, you know, being a guy that can, you know, be more unpredictable, I'm taking Troy, and I think that's more valuable in a defensive player, especially a guy like we say is positionless.
Oh, man. Four straight NFC East champs. I mean, for championship. 4 straight. That's without a Hall of Famer. That's without a Hall of Famer playing next to him. That's without all these All-Pro guys playing next to him. Come on now, man. One man band. We all know how it is. You saw what happened to what's his name? Edie from Purdue. He got off the bus by himself. He couldn't do it by himself. He needed his teammates. B-Dog, you know, it was a one-man show, man. He's not there. Let's talk about Roy Williams next.
No.
Next time.
I ain't talking about that guy. A baby Brian Dawkins.
Baby Brian Dawkins. All right, that was a good debate. I'm pretty sure everybody enjoyed it. Let's get y'all last. What you call your closing statement? So since Vaughn went first, Kev, you go first with your closing statement.
My closing statement is: wake up. It woke everybody up today. Brian Dawkins deserves to be in the conversation under Ed Reed. I'm gonna leave Ed Reed where he at. But Troy, he broke down a little too soon. Maybe he would have stayed healthy. He wanted to just quit out of nowhere. Maybe he would have caught up to Dawkins when it came to a lot of other stuff. He got the defensive player of the year. Okay, that's cool. I mean, like I said, I sat right there and showed you where he had a player playing right next to him who was having just a good year. So, I mean, it was just for the pickings. They took the guy with the hair. You're not going to pass up the guy with the bald head for the guy with the pretty head with the shampoo commercials. Come on now. You're going to get it from popularity contest. But other than that, man, B-Dog, all decade, all time Eagle, all time safety. One of the greatest to ever play. And I don't see nobody leaving here still voting for Troy after this one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Must have been saying in the comments. But for me, Troy, Brian Dawkins, it's always Troy for me, just because, like I say, when you come to greatness, it's what you do in great moments, what defines your career. That's what really defines a lot of people's career, not like just stats. It's what are you doing in the moments and what are you really accomplishing with those stats. All decade is a heck of an accomplishment, but defensive player of the year, winning Super Bowls and things of that nature, and being a part of it, not just being a guy out there, and just the eye test and the incredible moments, the plays, like I said, the interceptions, the jumping over the pile, like doing things that has never
What
been seen
moment, bro?
before.
Stop lying to these people, bro. What moment? They just sat right there and told you that. Brian Dawkins,
That's his closing statement, bro.
Like, man, I just can't.
yeah, I told them to tell the truth,
Did I
though.
not just name moments just now, though? I just named a couple moments. I said the interception when he caught it with one hand. Then he had another interception. He caught it with like one arm. He was diving after he tipped it. And then, and like I said, in the AFC Championship against the Ravens, he caught a pick six with 4 minutes left to send us to the Super Bowl. So he has those moments, and those are great moments that really define what is greatness. And that is Troy Polamalu.
That was a cool little book report. Playing pizza, man. Get him a personal playing pizza for that.
Hey, that's
you can't do it like me. I get it. You gotta write everything down. I get it.
Hey, look, that's a sound for the chat. We already know once this is over, it's gonna carry over to the chat, So, but let me start by saying appreciate for both of y'all coming on. People debate in the chat all the time, but they don't come on the show. All right, I think it takes heart to come on the show, show your face. You don't have time to respond and go look up stuff. You gotta respond on the spot. I feel like you gotta be a different type of person to do this like this. All right, so. And it's both of y'all. I think y'all both second time doing this live like this. All right, like one-on-one. So I don't think there's some people that ain't ever done one. I mean, it's in the comments. I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, dang, how many of these dudes actually came on and debate like this? But I don't want to start nothing. But any last words, this period before we get off?
Shout out to TK Sweets and Treats. We got the desserts, custom cakes, gourmet cookies, cupcakes. We actually planning on venturing into the event planning side as well. So cooking, so you get the catering, the setup, tables, chairs setups, with the balloon setups, things of that nature. So we soon expanding, coming soon. Also shout out to Lyle's Beauty. Your females in the DMV area, it's a private suite. She does waxes, things of that nature, all the esthetician services. So that's ladies, sisters, and things of that nature. Let them know that you got a good one. So,
all right, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Kev, for coming up here. I really, I really want to hear what you had to say about your boy. Like I said, you called me out of left, or you came that way. I was like, whoa, you must have been talking to Mark before you got up on his jump. But yeah, man, RBO episode tomorrow. We're gonna try to shoot for around. It's gonna be a later show. I want to try to catch it after the games because I want to preview the Sunday games and talk about those games and the matchup. So we're gonna give you a time, by noon. So be ready for that. But like I said, appreciate y'all again for having me on.
Hold up.
Got another super chat. Warren. Oh, Mark Rand. Shout out to Warren for the 199.
Is that an insider? I missed that.
Mark Rand, that's all. All right. So yeah, chill. We need. Oh, you talking about? Remember, Mark and Warren supposed to have a debate, and
I
they
didn't
never
need
had
to.
it. They never had it. So he said Mark ran. But yeah, but all right. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being on. Appreciate everybody in the comment section. Appreciate everybody in the super chat. Appreciate everybody that watched live because you had to be a member to watch this. So we appreciate y'all for real. All right, and then we're gonna take these to the chats. So that's all we got for y'all today. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see y'all next episode.
Shout out to the Mavericks.
Throw that out
Luka Doncic.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button, no matter what you're listening to or watching it. Hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.
Just one of them days.